It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the Road to ISE. Integrated Systems Europe happens the 3rd through the 6th of February from Barcelona. And with us to talk about, well, two different companies, Theory and Pro, is Mr. Paul Hales. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
I am well. You guys are one of those unique folks. You've got multiple locations in the FIRA. So you guys are both in Hall 8 as well as around Hall 2. So go ahead and tell folks where we can find you both. I'm not quite sure how you're going to split yourself or duplicate yourself, but where can we find you?
Believe me, if we can clone ourselves, we would be in way better shape, trust me. So we will have two demo rooms at the show. The ISE for the first time has some what they're calling listening suites in Hall 2. It's kind of in the residential section. So we're in listening suite 2.6 in Hall 2, where we'll have some smaller theory stuff, kind of the residential media room, surround sound stuff, as well as some pro audio technology, very high output speakers that were designed for media rooms and private screening rooms, but they're amazing stereo speakers, and so we'll be playing stereo in there. And then the big boy stuff we will be showing in Hall 8 in audio demo room D4. Okay. So we're kind of right in the middle of all the other brands that your listeners would probably be visiting anyway. So definitely come see us. This is kind of our official debut of the Theory Professional brand to the world. We've been primarily focused on North America and the U.S. specifically, but this is us saying, hey, look, we're here, we have all this stuff, and we are previewing a very, very special product that's very unique that I can't talk about too much, but it's a very ambitious, very wide bandwidth, very high output, very unique sound reinforcement loudspeaker. And that'll all happen right there in audio demo room D4.
I have listened to several different demos from you, including your location there in Southern California. Mm-hmm. If somebody has never stepped into either a Theory or a Pro Audio Technology demo, what should they expect?
So we are going to draw from our tried and true formula. We are going to have almost all of our products set up in the room. We have a large truss system, and either on the truss or below the truss, we'll have everything from very small surface mount sort of BGM, FGM speakers all the way up to our sound reinforcement products. And we'll walk you through a demo playing different systems. I think there's 43 speakers in the room or something like that, grouped into 13 or maybe 14 systems. And we'll play those during the 45-minute demo, and I'll explain very clearly what it is you're listening to and what it's doing. And so that gives you a chance to show off the product, starting with the very smallest ones up to the very biggest ones. And we can highlight our consistency of sound, because you'll notice a very consistent accuracy to the sound as you scale from, inexpensive and small to very expensive and very large, right?
Well, that's one of the things that makes your demos unique, is the fact that you do kind of lay out all of your different products, but also the differences between each, and highlight really the differentiator of both, again, Pro Audio Technology and Theory. But Paul, 30 minutes or 45, depending on which demo room they go to, it's an awful lot of time to dedicate on a very busy show that, yes, is 4 days, but there's a lot of folks to get through. Why should somebody dedicate half an hour or 45 minutes to a listening demo?
So in the residential listening suite, I think it's going to be a little bit more informal, and somebody could step in, hear some of it, and probably leave if they had an appointment or something. The bigger room is a little bit more of a commitment. You've got to sit down, but I promise you it'll be the best 45 minutes you spend in that whole demo area, because what we're offering is quite different than the competition. And anybody who's heard one of our demos or been to our experience center will attest. We're setting out to be different specifically. In fact, I'm probably going to pick on some of the other brands that are around us there in the FIRA Convention Center, because we feel like, from our perspective, they're all building the same thing. They're all copying each other, and Theory is really genuinely doing different stuff. And for that reason, the uniqueness of it and the problems we can solve, I think, would make 45 minutes very well spent, put it that way.
All right. Paul Hales from Theory, as well as Pro Audio Technologies. You'll find him at Hall 2, as well as in Listening Suite 2.6, also back in Hall 8. Paul, not everybody's going to Barcelona, so if they're not going, and they want to follow along with everything that both Theory and Pro Audio Technology is talking about that week, how do they do that?
Yeah, so for Pro, it's proaudiotechnology.com. And if you want to learn everything about Theory, go to theoryprofessional.com.
All right, very good. Paul Hales, thank you so much. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also head to Barcelona for ISE 2026, the 3rd through the 6th of February. All that and more at avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv.